Halloween friends, and welcome to December 1st, Monday, the official start of Vlogmas. How are you guys doing after this lovely holiday weekend? I hope that you all had a lovely holiday weekend. We had a really great one. My husband was sort of off work. He didn't have to go into the office for 4 days. He was still on call with work, so he actually ended up working a lot on Friday. Normally when he's on call, it'll be like 2 or 3 phone calls, and it's not too bad, but he worked several hours on Friday, but it was okay. He was still home at least. And so yeah, it's Monday morning. I've been doing some plotting and planning and trying to figure out what I want to prioritize for Monday, or not for Monday, for December. Prioritize for December, what do I want to make sure happens this month as far as Christmassy things, gifts, or just experiences. And what are things that I can put on hold and just not feel guilty about. So I've been trying to think through that, and then I also, today, I have a very busy day. I have our Christmas card to finalize designing and get ordered. I have the advent calendars that I'm doing for my husband and my toddler, well, and the baby, but his is easy. He just needs some chocolate chips in there and he's good to go. But yeah, I need to get those filled. This is kind of a weird Thanksgiving into Advent season because it's Monday is December 1st, and I can't do any of the Advent calendar prepping on the weekend when my husband's home, because then he'll see it. So I've got to do all of that today during nap time, which is going to be a little bit chaotic, but hopefully I can get it done pretty quickly. But yeah, we're pretty set. I think we've ordered all of the Christmas presents and things that we need to do. I do need to order some quilt batting. I'm going to write that down. I'm trying to make a whole list. Let's see, order quilt batting. I'm trying to take advantage of any sales and things, but I'm planning to make, I've mentioned this before, I am planning to make, sorry, my phone is going off. Let me turn that off real quick. Some quilts for my boys. Very simple quilts. I would love to do like tied quilts. I think that would be really nice. And I have all this really fun fabric for it, and just really simple. I think for my toddler, I'm going to do like strips, like maybe like 6 or 7 inches wide strips, and just stitch them into a quilt top, and then I have some red flannel for the back, so it'll be nice and cozy, and then just do like a tied quilt. And then for my baby, who is very much a toddler, but you know, just to make distinction, my 1-year-old, I have this really cute fabric from Hobby Lobby, and so I just kind of want to do a, what do they call it, where it's like a one-piece quilt, where it's just like a panel of fabric that it's a whole panel, like one panel. I don't know all the technical terms. I'm not a quilter as much as I would like to be. So just very low-key, simple, tied quilts that will hopefully, you know, it's always going to take longer than I think it will. I'll be like, oh, it'll be like a couple hours. It's probably going to be like 10 to 12 hours. But if I can kind of work on it piecemeal here throughout the month and just kind of enjoy the process, I think that would be really lovely. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at today, is just trying to sort through what all I want to do. Trying to think through my knitting plans. I have several knitting projects that I want to get done, that kind of need to get done, sort of a thing. I've mentioned it a couple times here recently. I've got some fingerless gloves for my husband, and I would love to get his cardigan done. We'll see if that happens, but I have those 2 that I would really like to get done for my husband. And then other than that, the only have to work on knitting things are a red cowl that I'm knitting for my sister. That needs to get done, but that one is almost done already. I've been working on it. I don't think I've even showed it on a video. I've been working on it a good bit over the weekend and stuff, because that's something I could work on while my husband's around. So that's almost done. And so then the only things that I need to get done before Christmas are fingerless gloves, cardigan, and the 2 quilts. And then kind of my stretch goal is I'm hoping to get the, dropping socks. I'm folding laundry right now. The boys, I kicked the boys outside for a little bit. It's pretty chilly, but I bundle them all up and I kick them outside, and they're right outside here the window, so I can try and get some chores done while they're playing and occupied and getting some fresh air. But anyway, I would love to get, I have flannel for my shirt that I started, a flannel for my husband. Oh my goodness, my brain. That I started last year, and I got, I don't know, maybe 25% of the way in, and just realized that it was not going to happen with the 4-month baby that we had at the time and everything else that was going on. It just wasn't going to happen. So I was like, okay, we're just going to put that aside and I'll finish it later. Here we are a year later, and I have pretty much not touched it in the last year. And so I would love it if I could get that done, because that is a project that I can work on for my husband while he's home, because usually when I'm sewing, he takes the boys, he'll either keep them out here or he'll take them out to the shed or take them to like a Lowe's trip or something, and he'll do that, and so then he's gone. He's not really around when I'm sewing. When I'm knitting, like, I knit around him all the time. So any hand knit gifts for him, I have more of a limited time frame because I can only work on them during the week while he's at work. And so I just have a little bit of less time because, you know, I'm watching the kids all day. And so I just have to really prioritize working on them during nap times. And then the other project that I would really, really love to get done is the nativity nativity set that I am hoping to stitch up out of that vintage fabric panel. So, and again, like, that's something where I thought of that and bought it so late in the season that if I don't get it done, it's okay. I'll pack it up and I'll finish it either throughout the year or sometime next fall or whatever. And that's okay. So that's kind of what I'm thinking through, because I really do want to try and this year not just spend the whole of December frantically trying to get gift stuff done. I want to be able to, like, slow down, have some peaceful, quiet crafting time. I feel like I really have missed that the last few years, where I felt like I haven't just been able to enjoy the season. I've just been so stressed about trying to get these handmade gifts done. And so that's my point where I'm like, okay, I don't want to stress about it. Like, if it gets to it and I didn't finish my husband's flannel, that's okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal. He has other flannel shirts. It's not something that he is in dire need of. And kind of the same thing with his cardigan. Like, I bought him some other gifts, so if it doesn't end up getting done, it's okay. I would love to, because it's been on the needles for well over a year. And I think it's, I don't know, it might be close to 2 years. Okay, they're fine. But anyway, so those are kind of my thoughts and thinking. I would like to maybe cast on a pair of Christmas socks for me. I think that would be really, really fun. I do still have technically a couple of test knits that I am working on. I have a cardigan, and then, of course, because this is me and I'm really trying, and I unsubscribed from some test knit lists this morning, so we're slowly getting there, but I did sign up for a test knit by Jessica McDonald, I think it is, and it's this beautiful colorwork sweater, and the deadline isn't until like February, and so I was like, well, that's like 3 months away, like, that should be doable. So I'm hoping that should be fine. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous about now is that I picked one size, but there is a possibility that the current diet that I am on is actually working, and that I am actually going to be losing a little bit of weight. Oh, that's a toddler pounding on the door. Hold that thought. Okay, he was pounding on the door to tell me that the baby was eating dirt. And he proudly told me he had been eating ice out there. And I was like, you don't need to eat ice. It's muddy. And he's like, but I was hungry. He's not. He has snacks, but I went ahead and gave him another snack so they don't have to resort to eating muddy ice. Anyway, as I was saying, Part of me's like just so nervous because I really don't. I have tried so many things in the last couple of years to try and lose weight and get to a healthier weight, and we already eat very healthy. Like it's just it's a weird hormonal thing. Like whatever it is that is going on with my body is a hormonal thing. This isn't a I'm lazy and eat poorly. Uh-oh, baby's crying. Hold the thought. Okay, we'll see if they leave me alone. Oh, I said it right as there's a UPS delivery arriving. Anyway, the ins and out of it, long and short of it is that I chose one size for this test knit based off of the measurement that I have been for a very long time. And then I happened to remeasure here recently, and it was a couple inches smaller than I had chosen my size based off of. And then after that, when I weighed myself this morning, I am the lowest weight that I have been in at least 2 years. So I'm a little nervous about this test knit because I don't really want to end up knitting a size that is going to be way too big for me. And so I'm kind of torn. I absolutely love the pattern. And I would love to knit it. And it's a beautiful colorwork yoke. It's got these flowers on it. Like, it's beautiful. But I don't like oversized things. I really don't. With my body frame and everything, it just doesn't look very good to have really oversized garments. It just kind of makes me look frumpy. Some people can do it and they can pull it off and they do the whole little cute oversized thing. I'm not one of those people. But yeah, so that one I'm a little bit torn on, and my thinking is that I may just wait until the end of December. I'm going to confirm when the test knit deadline is. I think it's like end of February. I'm going to confirm when that is, and then I will probably wait to even start or think about starting until like close to the end of December. I'll assess, like, have I lost any more weight? Is this a fluke? Like, what's going to happen? So I'll wait until then, and then if things look like they're about the same as the size I am now, then I'll just cast on and it'll be fine. We'll deal with it. But if I end up having actually changed size a little bit more in the next like month or so, then I will probably either just drop out of the test knit entirely, or contact the designer and see if I can do a different size. So that's kind of my thinking at the moment. I don't know, it's been so discouraging for me here over the last bit because I have realized that all of my hand knit sweaters that I have made for myself over the last like 3 whatever years, of all of them, I can only wear 2 right now, and that's for a combination of reasons. One is that for whatever reason, I have gotten so sensitive about stuff here on my neck. Like even this top, I have to watch and make sure it doesn't come up here and like touch this portion of my neck. And I don't know why that has gotten so sensitive. Like since just last year, I feel like last year it was totally fine, and so I was just making the things that I always make, and so I've just gotten really sensitive about that. So I only have one V-neck sweater because I've always avoided V-neck sweaters because of my bust size, and I'm extremely paranoid of having any form of cleavage going on, and one, because I'm not the most comfortable with that amount of skin showing, and 2, you know, I don't want people to look at me and go, wow, she's immodest, like that sort of a thing. So it's kind of a twofold thing. But I've avoided all V-necks, but then I have this one V-neck, and it's a higher V-neck, like it maybe goes to here. It's the retroactive pullover that I've worn in a few of my videos here recently because it's one of the only sweaters I can wear. And that one is amazing. It's absolutely perfect. I love the way that it fits. The length is amazing. Like, I want to knit another one of those as quickly as possible because it doesn't bug me because it's got the V-neck. Like, it's just perfect. And then the other issues that I've run into is pretty much all of the sweaters that I knit for myself last year are too short, which makes sense because I knit them when I was pregnant and I thought that I was accommodating for enough room for postpartum, but I was not. So all of them are short by at least an inch, if not like 2 or 3 inches. So I can't really wear them. And it's been very discouraging and very sad. And I feel like all of the sweaters that I've knit, I can't wear them. And it's just, So that's one of my hopes for the new year, is to go back in and modify all of these sweaters and get them to a point where I can wear all of them, because I want to wear my hand knits, and it's been so sad because it's like the perfect time of year for all of these things and I can't wear them. It's just frustrating. So all of that chitter chatter, that was a lot of chitter chatter for the first Vlogmas video. This video is going to be like 30 minutes long. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stop chattering now so that I can still show you some other stuff today. Got some hand knit socks. I have been wearing my hand knit socks like nobody's business, so that has been really nice. And I actually, any socks that I knit right now, I want to knit some more long socks, because now that it's cold weather, I love having socks that are long enough to go up over my leggings, like, so I don't have that weird gap between my leggings and my socks. And so I don't actually have that many long pairs of socks because I was kind of on an anti-long socks phase, and now I'm realizing I do need a few more pairs of long socks. But this is another one. These are both opal yarns. This one was from the Van Gogh collection, and then this one was just maybe the history collection. I'm not sure exactly, but I absolutely love this one. So yeah, I've been wearing those a ton, which has been nice, which is also part of why I'm kind of feeling in the mood to knit socks, because I've actually been able to wear my socks. And everything else I haven't been able to, even though I want to knit all the sweaters. There's so many sweaters I want to knit. But anyway, like I said, I think that's all that I will talk to you about for now. And I will probably touch base again at nap time. I have spent the whole of nap time editing the Vlogmas video that needs to go out today, and trying to get our Christmas cards put together and ready to go. I think I got both of those done, and then I remembered at like the last minute that I hadn't wrapped up the advent treats, and I needed to do that while my toddler was asleep. So I quickly scrambled and got like 4 of them wrapped up, or the next 4 days wrapped up. So I thought I would show you quickly the 2 little advent calendars that we have that I'm doing for my husband and our kids. Okay, the lighting isn't the best. It's gotten very gloomy, but this is a little truck thing. I got it in clearance at Hobby Lobby last year, and it has each of these little buckets, drawers, and I have some little treats in them. And this is for my 3-year-old, my toddler. And again, apologies for the lighting, but this advent calendar is one that I made for my husband the first year we got married, and I have put little treats for him, and then there's little tiny packages for the baby. So that's what we're looking at. And then for me, with all of my health and diet issues and whatnot, I can't really do all the treats, sadly enough. But we did end up getting a 24 days of tea advent calendar from Adagio Teas, and I decided to end up getting this one because it is a decaf version. We were gifted one of their advent calendars a couple years ago, and it was fun and everything. It's just there was a lot of caffeinated tea, and we're actually a pretty low caffeine household now. I haven't had caffeine since starting to have kids, and last year my husband ended up cutting out, I would say, about 90% of his caffeine. He'll still drink some green tea during the day, but not even every day. So yeah, I was super excited that they actually had a decaf version this year, because then that's something that I can actually participate in as far as advent calendars. Yeah, so we're going to open our first one tonight, and I'm very excited about it. I'm actually going to go ahead and just film the closeout snippet for this vlog, just because I don't think I'm going to have time to film Willie anymore. Also, my hair is my hair is doing things. I don't think I'm going to have time to film any more like talking segments this afternoon or this evening, so I'll say goodbye for today now. Hopefully I'll get a couple other clips while we're drinking our tea and maybe when they're opening their advent calendar stuff. But yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed this vlog, and I am looking forward to continuing on through Vlogmas. I am actually just so excited about it, and very happy to be feeling more energized this year. It's been a few years since I felt energized around Christmas time, so I'm just so grateful for that. But yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful start to your December, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.